Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be out in nature this morning and bringing this message of emancipation to you. Having finished my meditation and getting into the right vibration, frequency, and frequency, knowing that everything is energy. Now this morning I want to continue and speaking on the 10 Commandments. And right now, I'm about to speak to you concerning the 5th commandment, which speak about how thou shalt not kill. Now, when the Bible speaks about how thou shalt not kill, it is basically speaking about murder. But you have to understand the Bible in the psychological way. So I'm going to go ahead and show you where it is teaching you the secret of the mind and thoughts and how thoughts work, by letting you know that if you are angry with your brother or your sister, which in other words, if you're angry with anyone without a cause, you are already a murderer, because it is teaching you that everything starts with a thought, and that a thought is a vibrational frequency. And because we are all connected, because there's just one universal consciousness, we are as strong as the weakest link. So you can affect someone if you have negative thoughts towards them, and you will affect them in that negative way. So speaking about you shall not murder. And when he says that you shall not murder, and you understand that the Bible is not literal, neither is the Bible secular history, for the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, you would realize that it is teaching you that you must first love yourself. Because it's only until you have self-love that you can love another. That is why you've been admonished to love thy neighbor as thyself. And that is why when Jesus Christ, or the man who have come to the highest state of consciousness, was asked the question, what is the greatest commandment? He said that the greatest commandment is to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and thy strength and thy might, and also to love thy neighbor as thyself, because it's teaching you of who you are. And when you discover who you are, you're going to discover who others are also, because you would only recognize oneness, togetherness. And when you love yourself, you'll be able to love and appreciate others also, because you would realize they are you pushed out, because everyone is your own self pushed out. So it is teaching you that when you love yourself, you discover your true self, that you would realize that the greatest power is love, and that when you use your energy lovingly on behalf of another, you are enriching yourself and enriching your brother, your sister, who, as I said before, they are yourself pushed out. So no one would deliberately go out hating themselves or wanting to destroy themselves. Every one of us would want to preserve ourselves. Every one of us would like to see ourselves in a prosperous and healthy way, in a place of affluence, where everything is flowing to us in avalanches of abundance. So my brother and my sisters, we are here to build each other, not to destroy, not to pull down, not to be negative towards each other. not to be separated, not to believe in the things that this world has to offer to us, not to get caught up in racial divides and all of these things, but to understand the one universal consciousness and how to operate that power that will enable you to achieve your every desire. So my brothers and my sisters, we have to learn to master these commandments by mastering our mind, by becoming more responsible of our thoughts, to become more responsible of our thinking. So my brothers and my sisters, it's not a person going around saying, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy and make a religion out of it. Or someone going around saying, we have to keep the 10 Commandments. Only those who keep the 10 Commandments are the people of God, and only those who keep the 10 Commandments are saved. And we are the ones who are saved. And we call ourselves Seventh-day Adventists. And we don't celebrate Christmas, and we don't eat meat, and we don't do this, and we don't do that. And there are those who are saying, I don't do that either, but I'm not a part of your cabal. I'm not a part of your belief system. I'm not a part of your religion. I am on the path of life. I judge no one. I condemn no one. I love everyone. My body is the house of God, is the temple of God. So when we see each person's body as the temple of God, we realize why we shouldn't murder. We realize why we have to stay in alignment, knowing that the Creator resides within us. Having the right understanding that when we create that which we so desire, and we see the fulfillment of our desire being created right before our eyes, and we can handle it, we can contact it by the 5 senses, it will bring satisfaction to us. So we come into a place of peace, we come into a place of rest, we come into Sabbath, we come into our 7th day. It's not a 24-hour day. Because time is an illusion. You see, and you cannot know that intellectually, you have to know that by experience. Hadn't it been that I would have gone beyond? In other words, to help you to understand what I'm saying, I would have gone ahead in time, and I would have gone back in time. That's how I know. There is only now. We are always existing in the now. That's the reason why the Bible tells that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's showing you the Christ power, which is the creative power, which is the power of imagination, which is God in man, is forever. So my brothers and my sisters, that's the reason why you're told, you destroy this temple, and I raise it up in 3 days. You can destroy this body, but you cannot destroy the soul. And when I say you cannot destroy the soul, this body is a soul also. But we are visible and invisible. My body is the visible soul, and my soul is the invisible body. So the invisible body cannot be destroyed. It's pure consciousness. Consciousness is the only reality. Therefore, my brother and my sister, when you understand that everything is energy, energy cannot be created or destroyed, then you will understand the infinite is within you. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I want to thank you very much, and I want to encourage you to abide by these commandments and learning that the Bible is your own biography. The Bible is not a book teaching you morality. but it is your own biography. And when you embrace the Bible as your own biography, by interpreting the Bible as psychological, knowing that it addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, then you will come to realize that you can actually create your reality consciously. And then you will go ahead and create your reality consciously and bring more value to the rest of humanity. So with all of that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much. I want to encourage you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, to like and to share, and also to follow me on Instagram at BlackMadGuru, and to check out my website and read my blogs on BlackMadGuru.com. You know, because if you want to continue be fed with this kind of nourishment, this kind of food, okay, reading the blogs would really help to encourage you also, and even help you to, you know, see the comments of others and how much others have been blessed by this work also. So with that being said, I want to just remind you that this message I bring to you, I always remind you that it is the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 teaches us that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And I would have experienced this single eye. That's the reason why I always put my hand on my crown chakra, because when you have the experience, you'll rise above your crown chakra, because you boss your crown chakra, and you will come to realize what the single eye is all about. And you declare that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life, and that without the sun there is no life, and without the sun there is no light. Also, without the human imagination there isn't anything made that was made. For the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. And the sun is what powers all of humanity. Therefore, my encouragement to you, my brothers and my sisters, is to use your mind power, which is your solar power, the sun power within you, to achieve your every desire. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all. I'm out.